Crawford's performance, and do you want to get a fight with him?
If the money is right, I mean.
$100 million. I heard Turkey offered you a big money already.
150.
150.
After what most people thought was a great fight against Madrimov, the fight between Crawford and Canelo is getting closer than ever.
Think about the fight, Crawford Madrimov. It says it's gonna be a good fight. Think the winner should get Canelo?
Sir. You're saying about them right now.
However, Canelo is not just going with it, as he has asked for a big sum of money that seems like, well, a retirement plan.
It's his usual 35. He's not gonna want to, take a pay cut. You know what I mean? That's a lot of money for that fight.
Even Mike Tyson has said mean things about him, but he won't change his mind about the value, which has given Crawford and others something to say.
And this fight is bullshit, everybody knows, so no more question for this fight, man, please. Everybody knows it's bullshit, this fight, so, you know what I mean, but like, it's business.
Canelo Alvarez is now willing to fight Terence Crawford, but only if he gets paid the right amount. This isn't just any amount, it's a huge $150 million. Canelo is sure that beating Crawford would be easy, especially after seeing how well Crawford fought Israel Madrimov recently, which made most of the other fans drunk.
That'll be a good payday for Crawford, and he deserves it, from all the stuff that he's been through, especially from different promoters and all that.
Crawford isn't as well known as Canelo because he's only had 2 big fights in 16 years, against Errol Spence and Ivan Madrimov. As a result, he doesn't get paid as much. Why not? Don't get me wrong. In an interview with Sway Universe, Canelo Alvarez said, "He's a great fighter, but for me in my weight class, it's an easy fight. If the money is right, I'm in."
The numbers were right with Crawford, you'll do it.
Why not? Why not? I think Crawford, don't get me wrong, he's a great fighter.
The 3-belt super middleweight champion Canelo said he respects Crawford as a fighter but thinks it would be an easy fight for him at 168 pounds. Crawford, who is 36 years old, showed his limits in his fight at 154 pounds against Madrimov. The match held during the Riyadh season in Los Angeles ended in a decision that many felt was influenced by home country. Afterwards, Crawford dared Canelo in the ring, but Canelo made it clear that he would only fight if His Excellency met his demands. Turki Alalshik, who planned the Riyadh season event, may find Canelo's asking price to be more than he's willing to pay. If Alalshik can't meet Canelo's demands, he might push Crawford to fight Jan Butsenis, who is considered the second biggest fight available for Crawford.
Yeah, if somebody puts up the money, that's a big money fight, man. I mean, that's they're gonna have to. Canelo's, he gets his usual 30.
If Crawford refuses to fight Ennis, he might have to face WBC junior middleweight champion Sebastian Fundora or the winner of the clash between interim WBC champ Serhii Bohachik and Virgil Ortiz Jr. However, the most lucrative and significant option for Crawford if he can't secure the fight with Canelo would be Enes Canelo's team led by his trainer and manager. Eddie Rosso says that no official offer has been made for a fight with Benavidez or Crawford. Rosso claimed that neither Al Haymon of Premier Boxing champions Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Bob Barum of Top Rank nor Oscar de la Hoya of Golden Boy have proposed a fight.
Fans are now starting to boycott Canelo for continuing to duck you-know-who.
He emphasized that negotiations can take time and rely on various conditions being met. Amidst this, Terence Crawford fired back at Carlos's demand for an astronomical payday in a press meeting. Crawford accused Canelo of ducking the fight by setting a ridiculous price tag. "Canelo is trying to avoid me, plain and simple." Crawford announced asking for $150 million. Come on. That's just a way to get out of the fight without saying no. I'm ready to fight him anytime, anywhere. He's the one making excuses. Crawford's frustration is reasonable.
They always
talking.
Everybody wants to face me. Everybody is talking about me. That's good.
Despite his impressive record, he feels that Canelo is using financial demands to sidestep a potentially challenging fight. "I've been in this game for a long time," Crawford said. "I'm always ready to step up. If Canelo thinks he can take me easily, let's get in the ring and find out. Stop hiding behind money." If Turkey chooses to offer Crawford the same amount of money for fighting Fundora or the Ortiz Bohachik winner as he would make from a pay-per-view fight against Ennis, it could influence Crawford's decision. Canelo's faith in an easy fight against Crawford stems from his belief in his superiority, his weight class. Despite Crawford's impressive record, Canelo feels that Crawford's recent performances don't support a massive payday.
I think Crawford, don't get me wrong, he's a great fighter. But for me, in my weight class, it's an easy fight.
Crawford, on the other hand, is eager for a big fight and the substantial paycheck that would come with it. "I'm not backing down from anyone," Crawford insisted, "I respect Canelo's successes, but that doesn't mean I'm afraid of him. He's got skills, sure, but so do I. Let's give the people what they want. They deserve to see the best fight." However, Turki Alalshik, the mastermind behind Riyadh season, has made a significant revelation regarding the potential fight. The chairman of the General Entertainment Authority disclosed that he has made an offer to Canelo Alvarez for this highly anticipated fight.
If the money is right, I mean, why not?
How you think he did at that weight, at 154? How you think Crawford did?
You know, they are weight class for.
Speaking with Dazan, Alalshik didn't hold back about the plan. "I gave Alvarez an offer. If he's smart, he'll accept it. If they accept, we want to see this fight." Alalshik stated this statement has stirred excitement among fans and analysts as it suggests real work toward making the mega fight happen. Both Alvarez and Crawford are coming off recent wins, which have only increased the anticipation for their potential clash. Canelo Alvarez earned a decisive win over Haim Manja, showcasing his dominance and skill.
I know, he's just so comfortable right now. Fools his opportunities. He's taking it.
Other hand, Terence Crawford edged out Israel Madrimov in a closely fought match that kept fans on the edge of their seats. These victories have set the stage for what could be one of the most important boxing events in recent memory. Alalshik's participation in the negotiations just further showed the magnitude of this potential fight. As the driving force behind Riyadh season, he has a history of organizing high-profile events that grab global attention. His dedication to bringing Alvarez and Crawford together in the ring is a testament to his vision for elevating the sport of boxing.
Ortiz versus Terence Crawford.
Yeah, if they accept, we want to see this fight, and I want to see Shakur Zubaydah.
The offer made to Canelo Alvarez shows that all parties are seriously considering the feasibility of this bout. Alalshik's confidence that Alvarez will accept the offer says that negotiations are progressing favorably. If the fight is finalized, it would undoubtedly be a historic event, drawing massive viewership and earning significant income for Alvarez. Accepting the offer would mean adding another high profile into his already illustrious career, known for his formidable skill and strategic prowess. Canelo has constantly proven himself against top-tier opponents. A win against Crawford would further cement his legacy as one of the greatest boxers of his time.
I'm concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds.
Terence Crawford, on the other hand, has been eager to meet a marquee opponent like Alvarez. Despite his impressive record, Crawford has often been criticized for not meeting enough elite-level competition. A fight against Canelo would silence those critics and give Crawford an opportunity to showcase his talents on the biggest stage. Well, this problem is not only faced by Crawford. Another big name that has been in the mix is Benavidez. Now, if you ask undisputed super middleweight champion Canelo Alvarez about fighting and beating former two-time champion David Benavidez, be prepared for a salty and dismissive reaction.
#1, baby! #1, baby!
Canelo isn't keen on the idea, and he's making it clear that if fans want to see this fight, it's going to cost a lot lately. After a press conference in Los Angeles for his upcoming fight against Haim Manja on May 4th, Canelo addressed rumors about a possible fight with Benavidez. Benavidez promoter Samson Lukowitz had claimed they offered Canelo $55 million to take the fight, but Canelo denied these reports, saying nothing is true. "I don't know where you got that, never. Not that I know, and I know everything. He offered that amount, and he says that amount I can make with anybody that has nothing."
Watching the Haim Manja Canelo fight was a good fight. It didn't win exactly how I expected, but hats off to both fighters.
Canelo's dismissal of Benavidez isn't new. He doesn't think Benavidez brings anything substantial to the table. According to Canelo, he brings just 25 pounds more on that night. "That's it. It's not him because he has nothing to offer me. I'm the one. But if one promoter who I work with comes and gives me $150 million to $200 million, I'll fight tomorrow. That's the only reason I would fight with him, because the only thing he brings to the table is 25 pounds.
He brings just 25 pounds more in the night. The fight on the night. That's it. I don't need to fight any.
25 pounds Canelo refers to is the weight Benavidez rehydrated to after making the 10,068 pounds limit for his fight against Demetrius Andrade in November. Benavidez has earned the nickname the Monster from Hall of Famer Mike Tyson and has become a significant force in the division after defeating Caleb Plant and Andrade in 200-123. Despite his impressive record, Benavidez has struggled to secure a fight with Canelo. He has called out Canelo multiple times but the title fight remains elusive. Experts believe Benavidez' size, speed, power, and aggressiveness could pose a challenge for Canelo. However, Canelo, now 33, seems to be biding his time, while Benavidez continues to improve. This isn't the first time Canelo has faced criticism for his matchmaking.
The real people say, you know, if it happens, that means he's ducking David Benavidez for sure.
He made Gennady Golovkin wait 2 years before their first fight in 2017, when Golovkin was 35. "I don't need to fight anybody." Canelo said, "I don't need to show to anybody anything because I remember when this happened with Golovkin. I don't need to show anything to anybody in this fight with Haim Manja. You need to accept this because this fight is more important than those other fights. It is what it is, and I remember when you guys are always asking me for Golovkin, and then I fight Golovkin, and then it's Billy Joel, and then it's Caleb Plant, and then so never is enough for you guys. I don't need to prove anything to anyone anymore. I've done everything in my work."
It is what it is, and you remember when you guys asking me for Golovkin, and I fought with Golovkin, and then Callum Smith, and then Billy Joe Saunders, and then Caleb Plant, and then so.
Canelo's response marks a shift from his earlier persona. In 2021, he achieved a remarkable stretch of 4 wins in 11 months, defeating 3 unbeaten champions to become the first for belt undisputed king at super middleweight. He then moved up to 175 pounds to challenge Dimitri Bivol, but he lost that fight in 2020 to even consider moving up to cruiserweight, but that never happened given Canelo's history of taking on tough challenges. Many expected him to fight Benavidez without hesitation. However, Canelo surprised the boxing world by ending his 3-fight deal with Al Haymon's premier boxing champions after just 1 fight. He explored other offers, but ultimately returned to Haymon to secure the Mungia bout in a 1-fight deal with PBC, which also represents Benavidez. "I'm happy to work with everybody. I'm happy to work with Al Haymon, and he's happy to work with me," Canelo said.
Going downstairs, trying to find some momentum, find some success. Canelo just turn him and
"If something happens, or if there is something more important for me to do, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to be good with Haymon, with everybody. I like to work with everybody, and they know I am very focused and a hard worker. That's why I can do everything." Earlier on, Mike Tyson criticized Canelo for avoiding Benavidez, questioning whether he was scared to take the fight. Canelo responded to Tyson's comments by saying, "I would accept Tyson's opinion if he was sober." Canelo's fight against Munguia is set to be a major event, but the potential clash with Benavidez remains a hot topic. Everyone now is eager to see if Canelo will finally take on the monster or Crawford, or if the high price tag will keep this fight from happening.
Saudi Arabian government and the people, the royal families, throwing
the way they
massive
spend their money,
and they want to do Terence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez. I'm all in.
All in.
Yeah.
What's even more interesting is that Canelo's hefty sum for fighting David Benavidez far exceeds his biggest payday, the reported $80 million he got for his bout with Floyd Mayweather in 2013. This demand has led to speculations about Canelo's plans. Benavidez shares the same view with Crawford that Canelo is trying to avoid the fight by making ridiculous demands. In a furious Instagram reply, Benavidez told Canelo to buy a pair of nuts, questioning why Canelo would demand such a high amount if he truly thinks Benavidez has nothing to offer.
Really like to bash somebody because at the end of the day, I give respect to Canelo. He's a great fighter.
Yeah.
He's one of the best Mexican fighters of all time.
But wanting to fight him, David, is not bashing.
He wrote, "If I have nothing to offer, then why are you asking 1,500 to million to fight someone who isn't worth anything? Hopefully, after you make that 150 million, you have enough left over to buy a pair of nuts." Benavidez manager Samson Lukowicz added to the controversy by claiming in a since-deleted tweet that Al Haymon's PBC had offered Canelo $55 million to fight his client. However, Canelo's trainer and manager Eddie Rosso says this was not the case. Rosso told ESPN Mexico the truth is that none of the big promoters, not Al Haymon from Premier Boxing Champions, not Eddie Hearn from Matchroom, not Bob Barum from Top Rank, and not even Oscar de la Hoya from Golden Bow have given me an offer to fight Benavidez, and certainly not Terence Crawford. Rosso explained that the fight with Benavidez might take time or may never happen based on various factors. He stated that some highly anticipated fights in boxing history ever occurred, such as Lennox Lewis vs. Riddick Bowe, Julio Cesar Chavez vs. Terry Norris, and Eric Morales vs. Juan Manuel Marquez.
Benavidez fight, simply because they said, why would we duck David Benavidez if we fought this man, Floyd Mayweather Jr., Well, Floyd Mayweather Jr. was 36 going on 37 years of age.
Despite these fights not happening, the fighters still achieved Hall of Fame status. Rose also noted that some fights like Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao took a long time to materialize, but eventually did. He emphasized that there is no fear among the fighters, they just wait for the right conditions to be met. Moreover, as of March, Benavidez has made Canelo's WBC mandatory at 168 pounds. This gives him several options for his next fight. If he continues his winning streak, the tension between Canelo and Benavidez continues to build, with both sides making bold statements and accusations. Fans are left wondering if this highly anticipated fight will ever happen, considering the significant financial demands and the complex dynamics between the fighters and their promoters. For now, Benavidez remains focused on his upcoming fights, aiming to secure his position and prove his worth in the boxing world.
Terence Crawford beat Canelo Alvarez. I believe he can have a chance with him because he'll better boxer.
As of now, Canelo Alvarez set to face Andrew Berlanga on September 14th at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, with the much anticipated bout just a month away. Both fighters recently faced off in a media event. However, their recent face-off certainly did not entertain fans a lot. Soon after that, fans rallied into the comment part to record their reactions. One of the fans wrote, "Canelo just had to laugh at the easiest payday of his career."
A lot of people are saying that Canelo's declining a little bit. I don't see that, man. I think that dude's a legend for a reason, you know what I'm saying? He put in that work to where he's at now, you know, so he knows what's up ahead of him.
While most of the fans thought Canelo had booked the easiest payday by facing Berlanga, one of them had a different opinion. He wrote, "Berlanga literally hit the lottery. He has no business sharing the ring with Ginger, but he's getting the biggest payday of his life." Although Berlanga's recent face-off with Canelo felt like the former was confident, another fan claimed Berlanga looks confident, and I like that, but it doesn't change the fact that the fight is over whenever Canelo chooses. Ever since Canelo announced facing Berlanga, there had been debates about whether Terence Crawford or David Benavidez were better choices to face the Mexican. One of the fans called this out and wrote, "I think we can all say Benavidez or Crawford would be a more interesting fight than this."
But the level of opponents is a different. Canelo has experience, Berlanga he doesn't have, and then this is the difference. I think the pressure is for Berlanga.
One of the boxing fans felt Berlanga has done absolutely nothing to earn this fight. Well, whatever the fans feel now, Canelo will face Berlanga and put his WBA, WBC, and WBO super middleweight titles on the line. Canelo Alvarez's decision to face Edgar Berlanga has sparked widespread reactions and talks among fans and pundits. The upcoming fight is seen by many as an easy payday for Canelo, who has established himself as one of the top pound-for-pound fighters in the world. His record and achievements speak volumes about his skills and determination in the ring. However, Berlanga, who is relatively new to the big stage, has caught the attention of many due to his impressive knockout streak early in his career. The face-off event, which was supposed to build excitement for the fight, ended up receiving mixed reactions. Some fans felt it lacked the intensity and drama usually associated with such events. The general opinion was that Berlanga, despite his confidence, is not in the same league as Canelo. Many think that Canelo's experience and skill will be too much for Berlanga to handle. The comments on social media show the divided opinions among boxing enthusiasts. While some are excited to see Berlanga get a shot at the big leagues, others feel that they are more worthy. Fighters like Terence Crawford or David Benavidez should have been given the chance. Crawford in particular has been making waves in the boxing world, and a fight between him and Canelo would have surely been a massive draw.